Guys, so quick update. I left the screen card to get into the office today, which is crazy. I don't know if I should just go to the main entrance, but I think I'm just gonna take advantage and re-record some things that I didn't talk about. But so the highlight of my week today was finally starting my YouTube channel and starting my journey with content. I've been off of social media for about 3 years now, and it's been an amazing thing being disconnected from everything, because 100% when I was on social media, it's kind of like a very overwhelming feeling, because you post a picture and then people like it or commentate it, or they know what you're doing, they know what you're up to, they know where you are, they know who you're with. And I just think it's very great for some people, but for me, in my mind, in that area, I wanted to take a break. I wanted my space to be mine, who I choose to show what I'm doing, or you know what I'm saying. So it's just like a different thing now. My whole goal on this channel is to be able to connect with those people that are elite athletes, or just people that want to hang out, talk. And my main focus on this channel is to be able to give knowledge that I have learned from many years of traveling and competing, be able to give it to your phone screen. And I just felt during this time that I've been working like a normal person, have my own business. I've been focused on my future and building my generational wealth. It was just like, I have all of this knowledge and ideas of Taekwondo and experiences, and I just want to share it with somebody. If I can inspire a kid, if I can inspire someone across the screen, that is my goal. That is my utmost goal. To be able to, I didn't think about it like that. To think outside of the box. I've always been a person to think outside of the box. It's something that, if everybody's doing it like this, why don't we change it up and see if this way is different? Maybe this will work like that. Or it's always about thinking about outside of the box. That's what I've always done and enjoyed that. But also this channel is about what you are internally as a person, not just on the mat or out in your sport or things like medals and trophies. It's like who you are on the internal part. Who are you internally? What are you? What can people say about you? How do you hold yourself? How do you project yourself to people? How do people respect you? So that's been one of my really important topics I'd like to touch base on, because being an athlete is a big responsibility. It's not just about the medals. It's not just about the results. It's not just about winning. It's about being a good example. It's about being a good inspiration. It's about achieving things that nobody have been able to do before. It's about that passion that we have inside, and something that I thank my parents every single day of my life, that I was able to live and experience a beautiful Taekwondo career, live in Spain, train with the best of the best in the world, and be a part of a beautiful adventure that I grew up and experienced and had amazing times. Times weren't always great. Times were very hard. There was times where there was no money, there was injuries, there was training, but there was no way to compete in tournaments. Federations are just taking forever to pay up, and negative people, politics, fighting with your coach, fighting with your teammates. And this is what conflict happens. Nothing's perfect, and God never meant everything to be perfect. The only perfect thing out there is God. And so that's why you got to remember, it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to have a bad training. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you do after the bad training. Now that's what matters. And just dwell in, oh, this happened to me, oh, sucks, oh my gosh. What you do after the training is what's important. If you grab what error you made or whatever happened and you write it down, writing down things is amazing for anything. If you want something, write it down on a piece of paper. I'll tell you, it's going to be there in a couple of months. The way that our frequencies work, our manifestation, is you write it down, you visualize it, and you live in that realm, and then that reality, you make it your reality. Because what you believe, everything around you, everything that you know, that's your belief, right? That's your belief, and that's your reality. But sometimes there's a reality out there that you're supposed to be in, right? But because of our beliefs, we're not there yet. So if you believe that you are a millionaire, if you believe that you are an Olympic champion or a world champion or somebody that is able to make and get to these high level goals in life, you gotta start eternally living in that realm. Write down what you want. Write it down. Meditate on it every day before you go to bed. Listen, put it in your notes and read it and play it back in your ears. I promise you, things change up so fast when you do things like this. And that is one of my big pieces of advice. If you guys take it or leave it, I'm just here giving my humble thoughts and my humble advice to the people that would like to listen. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for the support I've been getting on my Instagram recently. I really appreciate it. And I just hear, I say I want to inspire somebody, inspire a person that may feel like things aren't going right, and I want my videos to be a positive reinforcement on don't feel alone. Know that these times are hard. If you're injured right now, keep doing the exercises that you need to do to get better. Keep it up. Don't ever think about the negative things right now. You just gotta focus on what is important and doing things to prevent anything bad from happening. So always be aware. But I wanna go back to the internal method on why I'm doing this. And I've just noticed that there's a lot of people in the world right now that aren't just good people. They're not good people. People don't have empathy anymore. People don't have compassion. People don't have love. And it's sad to say because I have came across many people. I've met thousands of people in my life. And when you meet one person, you're like, wow, they have amazing energy. The way they are, the way they talk, the way they present themselves. And when you're with them, it's kind of, wow, this person's like a vitamin. I love hanging out with them. I'm learning so many beautiful things. And then other people, clearly, I know you guys have gone through this before, but other people that when you're with them or you get a phone call from them and it's just like everything that was said, you just feel drained, so tired. You want to take a nap after because of how much energy they took away from you. I have experienced being with parasite people. I'd like to call them cockroaches or people that are just energy vampires. So in my course, I talk a lot about how to protect your energy and to remove all distractions. So if you guys are interested in getting more into depth about that, I give a lot of tips and tricks on how to get that out of your life. Because if you hang out with losers, you're going to be a loser. It's inevitable. You hang out with losers, you're going to be a loser. You need to protect your peace and you need to protect your environment. Once you have that under control, your roots are strong in the ground, things are going to get a lot better. So if you guys are having a lot of issues or drama or problems, just disconnect from people. Sometimes you're going to see people and you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I spent so much time with somebody that literally drained my life completely. Or even just friendships, even just talking drama, all of that is energy. All of those things being said. Oh, this happened, da da da. Remember, if you are a high level athlete right now, you need to get rid of all of that junk. Get rid of it. Get rid of the Netflix. Get rid of the bad music. Get rid of all of the distractions, because distractions isn't just people. It's things that you put into your ears, into your body. If you're eating unhealthy right now, if you're an athlete and you're eating junk food, you're putting junk food into your body. What is the point of your what is the point of everything? So when I would cut weight, I remember, I'll never forget, I would cut down to 49 and then I would just start binge eating after. And every time I could eat something bad, I'd love to eat it, because then in 1 week I would have to be cutting weight for another event, and it was just constantly like that. Until I got to a point, clearly now at my age, where I've read up on so many things that are going on in this world, on all this legal lab meat, all of these sugar, all of these sicknesses that are happening, and it's scary. So you need to really be careful what you put into your body. Even the soaps that you're using, even the soaps, the toothpaste, the deodorant, all the main things that you're using, you gotta be careful with what you're putting onto your body, inside your body, and what you're putting on your body. Even certain perfumes, they just want to end our lives. It's so scary. It's very scary, but I will invite you guys, if you're going to be part of the internal method, really, this is a full immersive experience. If you are, like I said, an athlete, if you are someone just trying to get better in life, we're going to be talking about all types of stuff. This is just my chat in the car with me while I'm going back home to get my key because I forgot. And it's about maybe like a 15 more minute drive. And so I don't know if I should. But you could just meet so many bad people nowadays. That's why I'm very excited for the internal method, because this is going to, I just want people to know that there's still hope in life. And if I could be a good example to other people, because the way I live my life is I don't want to fight with anybody. I try to keep peace. And if there's something that you can learn how to control your tongue, it is the most amazing thing if you are able to control your emotions. Because a lot of people nowadays, they like to just say things for rage bait. So just to tick you off. And if you're able to just let it go, you're gonna live at such a different type of peace. It's unbelievable. I lived almost all of my 20s raging on, biting on what people would say, worried about what people will think. I remember I was always head to head with people, and I know it was because of the tension that I had with my sport also. I was just going through a lot of stress. I'll never forget, end of the year, I'm stressing out, I don't know if they're gonna renew my scholarship. What if I don't get my scholarship? Or when I didn't classify for the Olympics in 2020, which was crazy when that happened. It was like, wow, now what am I gonna do? They're not gonna renew my scholarship. And the amount of money that I was getting paid for my scholarship was the exact amount that I needed to live. So if that was taken out, I don't know what I was gonna do. It was like, what do I do if I'm not able to pay my coach all this money and I'm not able to pay my rent? What am I gonna do? So it was like that worrisome moment. And I'll never forget, I would have anxiety attacks, I would have depression, I would be so worried about what was gonna happen. And that really affected me as an athlete. And that's actually very sad, because being the only top athlete in Panama, giving the best results and ending up the way everything ended up is very sad. Sorry about the shaking, guys. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to edit that out. But anyways, hopefully with this journey, take a plant, cut the plant, the roots are still in the dirt, and then the plant is gonna grow even stronger. So just know that after the injury, I will never forget, after my injuries, I was such a better athlete. And it was because of the fact that we're working muscles that we wouldn't work before, right? We're thinking of things that we wouldn't work before. We have a different mindset now because we are staying focused on not getting hurt, right? Well, actually, I want to take that back, because we're focused and more concentrated in taekwondo. Because let's say your ankle went out or your knee went out, and those are matters of being unfocused. I will never forget when I tore my 3 ligaments in my ankle. The day that I came back from a competition and I tore my ankle, I went to go do a cut in an axe kick. The way I kicked, my legs weren't strong, and that's why my ankle went out. And I was very fatigued from the trip. I will never forget that. Those moments of concentration, those are key. And that's why I'll never ever, when someone is feeling fatigued or tired, pay attention to your body. You will save your career. So this is my rambling on today. We talked about why I'm starting the channel, that I'm excited to be filming. We talked about injuries, mindset, concentration. Just know that you're not alone in this. I want my channel to support anybody that's going through something right now. Just know that everything is going to be okay.